Mental math strategy number 7, multiplying by multiples of 10. Now this is basically going to be a strategy where we multiply in parts. So for example, we have 300 times 7 for the first one. We are going to do 7 times 3 and then take that answer and multiply it by 100, because 300 is 3 times 100. So we're going to use the 300 in 2 different parts. Times by 3, then multiply by 100. So therefore, 7 times 3 is 21, and then 21 times 100 is 2100. It's that easy. It's that simple. That's why you put down 21 and then count the zeros, because you're always going to end up multiplying by 100 in the end. Or in this case, of course, we're going to multiply by 1,000 in the end. So we do 6 times 4 to get 24, but we think of the 4,000 as 2 different parts. It's 4 times 1,000. That's what 4,000 is. So 6 times 4 is 24, times 1,000, 24,000. That easy, 24 with 3 zeros. Same thing here with this one. 11 times 60,000. Well, 11 times 6 is 66, and then you're going to add 4 zeros to that. So you're going to have a 66 with 4 zeros. Well, 3 of those zeros are going to be used to help us get to 100,000. Or excuse me, help us get to 1,000. So we have 3 zeros with a 660, therefore we have 660,000. Next one, in this group of values here, something interesting happens when you actually perform the first multiplication. See, here is just simply 7 times 3, you get 21. But here, 4 times 35 gives us 140. Okay? Now, by the way, multiplying by 4, again, is just multiplying in parts. Instead of multiplying by 4, you multiply by 2 twice in a row. So 35 times 2 is 70. 70 times 2 is 140. Because we multiplied by 2 twice in a row, we can count on 35 times 4 being 140. So you'll have the 140, and then you'll attach the 0 that we didn't use. We didn't multiply by that 10 yet. We're thinking about the 40 as 4 times 10. So we do 4 times 35 to get the 140, multiply by 10 to get the 0, so 1,400, 1,400. Next one, 4 times 200, again, 4 times 2, 8, times by 100, there you go, 800, that easy. Okay, now this, 40 times 15, the same thing happens in the first one that happened with the 35. We do 15 times 4, that takes us up to 60, right? Because you're going to do, 30 and then 60. So then 60 with a 0, so therefore 600. Okay? And then here, we break both values into 2 different parts. You break this down into 7 times 100, 4 times 100. So you do 7 times 4, then make sure you multiply by 100 back to back. So it's 7 times 4 is 28, and then times 100 is 2,800, times another 100, you add 2 more zeros. So basically the shortcut is to do 4 times 7 and then write down 4 zeros. So you got 28 with 4 zeros. That's going to be just like we did here. It's going to be 280,000. 280,000. 280, comma, 000. 320 times 3,000. Well, 320 times 3, you do your mental math here. You do 3 30s and 3 2s to get 96. So then you just count your zeros. You got 96 with a 0 here and 3 more. So you got 96 with 4 zeros. That's just like this, so therefore it's 960,000. Then we have 150 times 4,000. We have our 15 times 4 to get a 60. And then we're just going to throw in the 4 more zeros on top of the 60. That'll take us up to 600,000. Let's just work that out real quick. There's your 15 times your 4. And then throw the 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then of course we always put a comma after every 3 digits, 600,000. All right, so there's mental math strategy number 7.